It's been a day for the bowlers. A total of 12 wickets have fallen in just 2 sessions on day 3 of the Hyderabad Test match between India and the West Indies. You're watching ESPN Cricinfo Match Day. I am Nikhil Naz, and alongside Ajit, Agarkar, Courtney, Walsh. West Indies at the moment effectively 20 for 6. That after they lost their 6 wickets. They were trailing, remember, India by 56 runs. So 56 run lead, and now it's 76 for 6 West Indies. As I said, effectively that is 20 for 6. Umesh Yadav, the star once again for India, picking up those 3 out of the 6 wickets that we've had so far. Okay, Courtney, coming to you straight up. Is there any way back for the West Indies in this test match?
Well, the only way back is for one of these batsmen to get a big 100 and someone on the other, those who are batting another 50 or 60 to sort of get a partnership. It's a big task. It's going to be a very, very big ask. It's not beyond them. They're both scored centuries. Holder has got test 100. Sunil has got first class 100. So this is a good test for his mettle right now. To prove his worth, his approach in this innings look a lot better, but it's going to be a very, very big ask. That's why it was so important for West Indies not to let India get that lead, and losing so many wickets in that session is vital, too crucial. Too many wickets. Some good deliveries one must add. Yadav bowled well, got the ball to do a little bit, and spin off Ajit as well. Ashwin, all Indian bowlers bowled well. There was probably one soft dismissal, but you got to give credit where it's due. The third of the wicket, not saying it should have been 6 down, but some good deliveries were bowled and some bad shots played. But at the moment, India are on top.
Okay, we'll talk about those dismissals, Ajit. But is day 3 also the last day of this test match?
It'll be a massive task for West Indies. I think Holder's still there. Obviously, he's looked there, one of their better players. For some reason, chooses to come number 8. Don't quite understand, but and Ambrose has looked much better in this innings. Played quite carefully. A lot of the batsmen have looked good. Unfortunately, I've just found a way to get out. Like Courtney said, there were a couple of good balls. That Umesh's last couple of wickets really good when the ball's reverse swung. That first wicket didn't help. Real bonus for India down the leg. But after that, Powell just poking at one outside off. Shai Hope looked so good throughout his innings. Again, okay, the ball spun a little bit, but again, almost, going off the face of his bat to slip. They needed a lot more resolve once they were in. It still feels that the spinners don't have a lot of purchase from the pitch, which normally doesn't happen on a third-day pitch in India. So, once they were in, it's the seamers who have done the damage. Umesh in this, but Hetmeyer again, batted so well till then. Just rush of blood. So West Indies have themselves to blame to a large extent. I think whether they can survive today, it's very, very difficult at this point, the way they've batted in this session. Okay,
let me throw that question to Courtney, because Ajit mentions about the skipper coming down at number 8. On other circumstances seems fine, but you have a situation where Dorwich, who hasn't even been on the field for 2 days, coming behind him.
No, well, Dorwich actually came in front of him. I thought he would have come a bit earlier. He was in form. He looked well. I don't know the extent of Dorwich injury, how serious it was, but having said that, I still have made a little change and let Chase batter at 5 and Holder at 6 or 7, just to sort of split up the youngsters a little bit. But to give you, because they were the 2 best players in the first innings, and if they got together and got a partnership going, then the lesser experienced players would probably be able to chip in a little bit more. So I would rather to see Holder batting at 6 or 7, especially in this situation, than coming down at 8 now. He's the last man standing, so to speak, in terms of, and Bishop can help himself, Warwick can help himself, but a lot is dependent on this partnership now with him and Ambrose.
Okay, the one thing you can clearly notice is Umesh getting the ball to reverse swing. That didn't happen for the West Indies bowlers. Why is that, Ajit?
Probably they did get a little bit, but not enough. I think different kinds of bowlers. Both more hit the deck. I thought the West Indies seamers bowled well too. They just bowled sort of different attacking lines. Gabriel tried it a little bit, bowling full yesterday. He was a little bit off target. Had a tough day yesterday in spite of getting the wicket. So, no, just different kinds of bowlers. Umesh does bowl a lot fuller than maybe those two guys. And look, it's day 3. Generally, with a spinner opening the attack for India as well, the ball's gotten scuffed up very, very quickly. Although they've changed the ball, what, twice or thrice now? We've lost count, I think. So different balls coming out. You don't know. Sometimes there's a ball that you find which reverses a lot quicker, but I think it suits his style of bowling as well.
Okay, as Courtney, you mentioned, good bowling by the Indian bowlers, full credit there, but then some poor shots as well. I'll take the example of Hetmeyer, you know, for a change, got a good start going, was looking good, and then goes ahead and plays that particular shot.
Yeah, it must have been a rush of blood, or he lost his cool, lost his concentration, because he did look relaxed, he looked composed, he was batting extremely well. And it just shows that the saying goes, when you lose one, you might lose two. And the shot that he played wasn't necessary at that time. He has gotten out that way already as well in the previous test. So, you know, he should have curbed that instinct and just try to battle till tea. I mean, when you get it and you get a start, you look for the next session. So you don't have to take any big risks. You're behind a little bit. You know, you need to get a big score. Plus, a big score in India would have done him and his confidence a world of good. He's going to learn the hard way, because he's kicking himself now, I'm sure, on the inside. Because, you know, you could see his body language when he was walking off, how disappointed he was, but he just left the team in a bad way.
Okay, the one batsman, Ajit, no matter how big an Indian fan you are, you would love to be watching is Shai Hope. He looks so good. Would it be fair to say that the only mistake he made, he was sent back to the pavilion?
Unfortunately, yeah. Sometimes when you're going through a roughish period, the first mistake you make is your last one. Jadeja probably bowled it a bit round armish more than usual, and it did grip the surface. But even so, I think he'd be disappointed with getting out that way, because he looked really good. Even against spin till then, against Kuldeep, looked comfortable. Against pace, he always looks good. So yeah, that was a big wicket again. You know, like the first innings, he looked set. Umesh got him out at that point, like before. Again, just it's a key wicket actually. Real bonus, because Jadeja, apart from that, hasn't really looked menacing on that pitch, apart from that ball.
Throughout this test,
big wicket, because he looked really good today. That was always going to be the key. I mean, you wondered if West Indies could back up their batting performance in that first innings. In the second one, losing 6 wickets in one session never helps.
Okay, let's talk about the other mainstay of the Windies batting, Roston Chaser. Courtney, would you say there is a problem there when he's facing up to some good quick bowlers or fast bowlers, as we've seen with Umesh? Umesh picked him up today. Against the spinners, of course, he's looked outstanding.
No, he looked good right through this innings in the first innings. He got a good one. I think Umesh the line that he bowled was a lot better today. He asked a lot more questions. And from a bowling perspective, when the ball is sort of hitting his chops and hitting the right areas consistent like that, regardless of how great a player you are, you're going to be asked questions. And, you know, you got to give the bowler credit. His line was a lot better. The length was much better. He was asking the right questions, hitting the right areas more consistently than he probably has done throughout the rest of the test series. So today, I think he was at his best in terms of the consistency. And very good delivery, very good delivery.
Okay. The reason, Ajit, I asked that particular question is because the stats seem to suggest that he's gotten out 7 times, either bowled or LBW, 2 fast bowlers in the last 10.
Yeah, maybe there's a little bit of, but I think in the first innings there was a bigger gap. I think maybe it was a little bit lapse of concentration after his 100. But today I think he was still close to his body. The ball, you know, great length, came back in. It's still taken an insider, hit the pad and then gone. He's not missed it while driving. So, no, I think you've got to give credit to Umesh. I think he's, like Courtney said, corrected his line a lot more today. And the length was good. So, yeah, not on today's evidence, but we'll have to keep a watch if that is a pattern with him, with Chase.
Okay, going ahead into the final session, do you expect to see a bit of Ashwin now? We haven't seen towards the end of that previous session.
Yeah, I mean, looks like Umesh will keep going at least for a few more overs.
He's had a long time with the ball.
Yeah, I think he's got enough time to put his feet up after this. So all you need is a wicket here, and then it sort of opens up to tail end. I know Bishu can bat, but there'll be a lot more pressure. He'll rotate his spinners. Either Ashwin or Kuldeep need to start from the other end. I think they look more like getting wickets than Jadeja does.
The question that I asked Courtney right at the start was, is there any way back for the Windies at the moment? Just 20. What do you think would be a target which would actually worry the Indians at the moment? I mean, if they were to stitch together the partnership.
I think 200. I think 200. From where they are, I think 150 would be a bare minimum that they need. I mean, I would have ideally said anything over 175 would be interesting chase in the last innings, but where they are at 20 for 6, if they get anywhere over 100, I still can't see them making a match of it. I mean, they'll require a proper miracle.
All right, we'll know at the end of the day. As I said, 20 for 6 effectively are the West Indies. If they were to make that 150, as Ajit is mentioning, then you'll have to have Jason Holder bring some runs to the table, and only then can they really put the Indian team under pressure. But whether this is the last day, we'll find out. Final session coming up. Courtney, Walsh, Ajit, Agarkar, thanks so much for joining us. We'll see you again at the end of this play.
Don't forget to like, share, subscribe and leave your comments in the comment section below. Click on the bell icon for notifications.